that's the reason why you get a lot more views with this type of content, is because.
So the big question is, what are the top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams, and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? If you ever thought about this, you're not alone. No one has been able to get the answers until now.
We spent the last few years helping agents sell billions in real estate, rubbing shoulders with top producers, which got us thinking, how can we expose more people to these insights to help raise the standard in the whole real estate industry? We then realized that we could help bridge the gap by getting the secrets from the best of the best so that you can succeed. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
I want to dive into the second part as well, because I think this flows nicely into your kind of second little top tip here. And I think this is totally true, where it's like the movement to video, right? It's this transition. Obviously, you're heavy on TikTok. In a weird way, okay, so I think there's two parts to this in my mind. I always think of this in a weird way, like skiing and snowboarding. I'm not sure if anyone ever listens, but when I learn, I can both ski and snowboard, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things they always tell you when you choose is they say, snowboarding is harder to learn, but easier to master. But skiing is the opposite. It's easier to learn, but it's harder to master. So most people start skiing first because your legs are independent, like you walk. So it's much more natural when you're bored, you're strapped together. And I think this is somewhat similar. It's a weird analogy to like video and image for me, because a lot of people can kind of take a picture, post it, picture of a house, whatever. And then it's like, well, then it's done. Because I think, like you said about the production quality of video, it's like, oh, it's got to be amazing. When now, more than ever before, it's weirdly the opposite.
Totally.
It's the fact that like, just get on camera and produce something, produce anything. Like, just like there's certain hurdles individuals have to overcome. For example, us with our podcast and our show and our content, we were like, we had an idea, we had a framework, but like you go back and listen to our first one with Brad and it's totally different. Like it's very different because you've got to find yourself, but the only way that you can find yourself is by actually doing it. It's simply by executing. There is just no other way. There is no shortcuts. There is no nothing. Like, get in front and film your first video about the best tip for getting a listing in your market right now.
Yeah.
It'll probably look like shit.
Yeah.
Probably, right? It might not, but
that's okay.
That's okay. And
that's okay. That's a big key.
Right.
You have to do those videos, like those types of videos, to get to these types of videos, right? You can't just, people think you can just jump and just automatically start at the top. Like, in what industry or in what profession or in what sort of sport, what sort of skill do you just start and you're at the top? Like, in nothing does it ever work like that, right? And it's same is true with a video. Unless your previous career was, acting or, film directing or something, like, chances are you might not know how to make, high quality videos. You might be a little bit awkward on camera the first couple times. Like, chances are that's what's going to happen. And that's the way it was for me too. If you look at some of my older videos, where I am, how I make videos and how I am on camera now is definitely different than how I am when I first started. But the only way I got here is by starting and making those videos so I could get to these videos. Like, there is no shortcut. Everyone has to go through that same growth period.
And it's like, here's a top tip for everyone listening. No one actually gives a fuck about your shit videos. Like, no one cares.
Totally.
Like, literally nobody cares.
No, and nobody's ever going to look like, they're going to scroll on their feed. They're going to be like, okay, whatever, they scroll past. They're never going to see it ever again in their life. Like, they don't care. Nobody cares.
It's at the most minute moment in time. Like, you are, it's just is it a fallacy is the right word that people show where it's like, they're like, yeah, but it's on the internet now. And it's like, listen, how many people do you really think have the time? like the average attention
You're
span.
getting 2 views per video. The 2 people will judge you. Who cares? Who gives a
Like,
fuck?
who cares?
Like, who cares? Just take action. This is I'm hijacking here a little bit because I want you to expand on your second point. Anyway, from your perspective, but it's like the thing. If people model what we're doing, model what you're doing, like I genuinely don't care if someone wants to go and make a podcast like the same as ours or whatever. Like, if anything, I'm like, kudos to you. It's really hard. And there's a lot to it, and it takes a lot of time, and you suck at it for a long time, and like, but like I'm willing to ride that wave because eventually it'll be all right. And I think more relevant to this audience is like, just even if you went on Christian's profile, I'm not saying just go and swipe all this shit, but even if you just go watch his videos and remake them and just try and you do it yourself, if your hurdle is like, I don't know what to talk about, okay, just go and take someone else's talking point. Like, that's where I'm kind of at with it. Like, if Christian's done a video on the top 3 places to get listings, right? And he goes, just make the same video, but just do it yourself. And just like, and then eventually you will find your voice. You'll find your topics. You'll find that area where you fit. But like, don't let a topic or I've got no ideas be the thing.
No, that's just excuses.
It's just
excuses.
So like, not to quote, is it Tom Ferry, but R&D, rip off and duplicate. There's so much content out there. Like, so ideas and what to make content about is not the issue here. You're just not doing the work is the issue. Right.
Totally. And I think a lot of people have a mental, as you said, that mental barrier of, oh no, it's not going to be that good. It's not going to look that good. Hey, like, I mean, hate to break it to you, but like, that's the way everybody starts off. Nobody's first video looks like their last video. That's just the way that it is. Right. And kind of to expand a little bit on my second point there, using it to stay top of mind, the people that you probably already have on your social media right now are probably your friends, your family. They're people that, maybe you have a smaller account right now. You're not like me where you've grown to like a big audience of people that I essentially don't know. Your audience is probably people that you know already and that already somewhat know, like, and trust you, right? So you just getting on video and even making anything just to stay top of mind with them is going to be way far better than you making nothing because you don't think your videos are good enough, right? And also remember this, when you're trying to stay on top of mind with your sphere of influence, with the friends, family, people that you know, think of how much time it takes to actually individually call or send a message to every single person so you make sure that they don't forget you exist and fell off the face of the planet. It takes a long time, like, as salespeople, to keep in touch with that sphere of influence in that database, right? But if you're doing it right and you're pumping out some videos, even if they're not that good, they're just going to continually keep seeing you. And it's honestly a lot less work than making those individual. Like, I'm not saying don't individually reach out once in a while and give them a call, give them a message, see how they're doing, but it cuts down on how much time you have to spend doing that in order to stay top of mind with them, right? Because that video, even if that video, say, gets 200 views, you say you've got 400 Instagram followers, you post something, you get 250 views on it, like, which is, very easy to get. That's 200 or 250, little pieces of mind share, little contact points you've made with your database by you just making one video. You've basically spent an hour or 30 minutes to think of an idea, sit down, make the video, post it online. You spend an hour to get 250 touch points with your audience. That's or your sphere of influence. That's pretty awesome in my opinion. So that's basically how I started making video, is predominantly using it to stay in touch with my sphere of influence, giving them market updates, making sure I send them a little video. Oh, happy birthday. I send them a little customized video, on the year of their home anniversary. Oh, congrats on being at so-and-so address for the past year. Look how much your house is now potentially worth right now, because look how much all the comparables are going for in your area. Yay, congrats. Hope you guys are enjoying it there. Hope we can connect again soon. I'll talk to you later. Like, just sending out those little videos like that is massive, right? People enjoy it. They want to see your face. And I really think that video is basically the second best form or way to contact somebody aside from actually seeing them right in person in front of your face, right? Phone call, obviously they just hear your voice, they don't see you. Text message, a little bit impersonal. They, just some words on a screen. But a video, It's a very powerful way to keep in touch with that database. So that's how I started using video before I was on TikTok and on these platforms.
I want to give somewhat everyone listening, actually. This might even help you, Christian. I don't know how amazing. Obviously, you're a pretty good sales guy, but I learned this like a while back, and it really rang true, and I think everyone can relate to it. But people talk about empathy a lot, right? There's this word empathy, and like people kind of, understand and diagnose that word in different ways, and there is humans inherently, like, empathy is to do with connection, right? It's essentially understanding how the other person feels and allowing yourself to kind of communicate on that level, right? And one of the things that the pandemic and like have brought kind of to the surface, I guess, is through the lack of human interaction that we've all had, that has shown the inherent human need to touch, to feel, to be literally just in presence of someone else, like to stand next to somebody and be like, that's a fucking awesome human, right?
Yeah.
Like, so layer number one of empathy, the people will feel most empathetic and you're towards you, or vice versa, in person. The second is video/voice, aka a Zoom. They can see you, they can feel, like they can see your hand gestures, they can hear your voice.
Totally.
They're like, okay, I know Christian. The next one, which drops down quite a lot, is a phone call, where it's just, they can hear a voice, but it's a voice on the end of this other thing. The final, on the lowest possible tier, is a text message. There is absolutely no empathy at all conveyed through a text. It doesn't matter what it says. Now, the reason I mention this is because it's actually how people connect with you. If you can't just get in a room with them face to face, then literally the second best is a video.
Totally.
Of you showing and expressing yourself, and they will empathize with you. They will feel a connection towards you through that. And that is what social media, TikTok, is actually allowing at scale. Right.
Absolutely.
And I think people should understand, like, what we're trying to do here is, these are deep psychological underpinnings of human beings. And we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. You've just got to understand how the wheel turns.
Totally. Yeah. No, and you know what? I think I heard this quote somewhere. I can't remember where, but it was essentially something on the lines of, before people want to know what you know, they want to know that you care.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
Like, they want to know that you care about them and what they're going through and what their situation is. They want to make sure that you understand them, before you, just go off trying to sell them on something, or trying to impress them with all the knowledge that you have. They want to know that you actually care about them. I think that's the first thing, and kind of, right up to your point there, that's the first thing that people want to know in sales. If you can show somebody that you care, then you're gonna have a much easier time making that sale at the end of the day. So yeah, definitely. I think video is a great medium to do that with people.
Right. Keep it simple, keep it short, literally short as well. Short and sweet on TikTok. You're not making 10-minute videos. They're what, 30 seconds? Is it?
No. So yeah, basically on TikTok, like all my videos are probably in the range of like 20 to 35 seconds. Like, so the thing is people are bombarded all the time by like longer pieces of media, right? Like, oh, I'm going to post, a 20-minute video of first-time home buyer tips with my mortgage broker. Like, who's actually going to sit there for 20 minutes and watch that video? Like, unless that person is like, they're about to buy tomorrow and they really want to see all these tips because they're like super, super in the market. They're probably not going to watch that 20-minute video that you just made. They want to get the tips from that 20-minute video, and they want you to condense it down to 25 seconds for them. And that they'll watch. But they don't want to watch the 20-minute video unless they're, as I said, they're like ready to like buy tomorrow. So yeah, that's basically, that's the reason why you get a lot more views with this type of content, is because you're trying to provide a lot of value or give someone, a lot of entertainment. You're trying to give a lot in a short time. And that's what people want right now. They have a short attention span. So they want a lot of value, a lot of knowledge, a lot of entertainment as quickly as possible. They don't want to wait through everything else, right?
I think one of the things to that point that's important is we're in this world of like information overload. all of us, everyone listening to this, all of us on this call suffer from it. It's like there is 1,000 ways to skin a cat now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go out, you can sell homes through just Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, cold calling, door knocking, open houses, referrals, sphere of influence, database. Like, there you go. I've just reeled off 11 in about 10 seconds, right? And people are in. I want to use your tips example because I think it's a good one. I want top 3 tips on, choosing the right realtor, buying a home. What, in my mind at least, what they're really looking for is they're looking for the authority. Like, they want you to show them that you know what the fuck you're talking about.
For sure.
Right? Like, that is what they really want, because we like working with smart people who we know who care, but ultimately can get the job done. Like, we want to know they care, and then we want to know they can get. This is like the emotional and logical brain, right? It's like emotionally, am I bought into like this sale? And then logically, do I think that person can actually deliver? Like, it's all well and good being a great person, but like, if you can't find them that amazing home, you go and build them a shed. It don't matter. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. Now, before you go, we're giving access to a private training we did where we revealed the top 3 niches to get listings today completely for free. So if you want access, you can go and download that training at eliteagentsecrets.com. We're regularly releasing new trainings, guides, and cheat sheets, so make sure to head over to eliteagentsecrets.com and sign up so you don't miss out.